Hi. Um, this is gonna be awkward, but that's fine. So I wanted to make a video since I now have 7 guitars, um, for fun and just to look back on. Basically, just explaining all my guitars and like what their purpose for me is and why I got them and yada yada yada. So you can see behind me, fuck, there they all are on my nice stand that I just bought. Um, so we're gonna go from this side that way. These are in no particular order besides this side and that way. Whatever. Um, so first, always gotta have an acoustic. So I have my Fender fucking what is this? CD60 CE, numbers and letters, whatever. I've had this for a very long time. I remember when I started to get into guitar, my mom was just chilling doing something and we were looking at guitars on her phone and then she saw this one and she was like, oh, I'll buy it for you. And it was just like spur of the moment and it like blew my fucking mind because I was like maybe 13 14 and just her being like, oh, I'll just randomly buy you a new guitar. It was really cool and I've had it ever since. I used to have a pick guard on it but I took it off because I think that thought it looked dumb. um, and I just think the mahogany. I mean, you usually see guitars and they're like in that natural fucking tan wood. I think this natural mahogany look looks fucking sick. So I took the pick guard off. This, obviously, I mainly play electrics, but I gotta have an acoustic. I do play this when I'm just like fiddling around and stuff. The strings I run on it, I actually play very light strings for the acoustic. Um, First of all, I only play string joys. It's the only strings I play now. Um, I just like the customizability. Is that a word? Um, of these strings because I can just get whatever custom gauge set I want, and they fucking it's great. These I do 10 to 50, which if you know anything about guitar, that is actually really really light. Those are extra lights for acoustic. In drop tuning. Whatever. I haven't played this in a little bit, so it's out of tune. I love this thing. I've had it forever. I've never really had any issues. Technically, it's electric, but I like never plug it in because why the fuck would I? So yeah, that's that. Next, shit, stay. There we go. We have my least played guitar that is currently covered in dust. This is my bass. I only bought this because I wanted to record stuff and I needed a bass guitar. And then I only recorded one song and then never recorded anything else again. So um, I never really play this. This only sits around more of as a tool. Like if I go to record something again or if I ever need a bass guitar to record bass, I'll have one. It's a nice bass. It was like $250. Also, if you want to know, that acoustic was like 300, but that was years ago now. I'm sure it's more expensive now because inflation. Um, but I literally went inside Guitar Center one day with a buddy of mine, and I saw this on the wall, and I'm like, sure, that's a bass that works. Which is actually a good choice because it sounds pretty good, and it has fucking all these different pickups and fucking weird shit, and also it does all sorts of things. So it actually has a lot of tone variety. But yeah, this is pretty nice. The shape is fucking weird. Bass shapes are always weird. But I mean, it's a bass. It has. I don't think I've ever even changed the strings on it, so I don't know what gauge. It's probably just normal, whatever normal bass string gauges are. So there's that. Next, this is also out of all my electric guitars. This is probably my least played one. Not that I don't like it. It just has a very interesting use case. So I bought this because I really got into the band Loathe, and they play these. This is a 30-inch baritone. So it's tuned actually to the same thing as the bass guitar. It's just an electric guitar instead of a bass. Has the P90s. It sounds really cool. It's hella noisy though. It is like intensely noisy. It's hard to fucking tame this thing, and it sounds clean. But as I said, I listen to a lot of Low, and I got this specifically just to play their songs. and they tune. It's kind of weird, like from this string down, it's drop A, and then this is a really low E, or it's a really low C sharp. So for that, I have a 16 to 90. So yeah, these are basically fucking bridge cables that I'm playing. But it plays fine. I mean, this was literally a $150 guitar, and it's a Harley Benton. That bass that's an Ibanez bass. I forgot I need to say brand names for this to make sense. But yeah, for a $150 guitar, it has a few weird things, like the tuners are plastic. They work fine, but they're plastic. It's a little weird. The fucking toggle switch it feels cheap as far as the hardware, but it plays just fine. And I think it looks fucking sick. With all black, I especially like the really big inlays, the block inlays. I think it just adds a lot of contrast. Sorry for all the fucking reflection, but I think this thing's sick. I just don't play it that much unless I need the tune really low. I also would use this for if I'm playing anything that's originally played on 8-string. I tried to play extended range guitars. I had a 7-string for a while and it just wasn't for me. I just wanted the tune low. I didn't need the extra strings, so another reason I got this. So if I'm ever playing Loathe, if I'm playing Meshuggah, if I'm playing some Deftones, some newer Deftones, this basically substitute as an 8-string. So yeah, there's that. Then next, my other Harley Benton. This is also like a $150, $130 guitar. This guitar, for being that cheap, is fucking amazing. Obviously, it's a Telecaster shape. It's not just black. If you can see, it has like this wood grain kind of that you can see in the sunlight and on my beautiful fingerprints. But I think it looks sick because of that. I don't really remember why I got this one specifically. This was actually the first guitar I really bought with my own money. So it's very special for me for that sense. But again, it's a cheaper guitar, so like the tuning pegs, they are metal. Just feel cheap and shit. But honestly, it's not that bad. Like the fucking knobs feel fine. The fucking selector feels great. It sounds fucking amazing. Yeah, it just sounds really fucking good. It looks cool as fuck, I think. I love Telecasters. It's my favorite body shape, so I had to have one. This one, I have now tuned to E standard, or drop D, really, because I mainly play in drop tunings, because I'm a fucking hardcore kid. But this is like my E standard guitar, so this I just have a 10 to 46 set, or 46, 10 to 48 String Joys light gauge. I also do third wounds on everything. I really like the third wound. I don't like having my G string be plain. I like it wound. So there's that. I love this guitar. Again, it sounds amazing. It plays great. And again, for how much money I spent on this thing, it's fucking like was such a good deal. Next, this thing is kind of my baby. So a little backstory. My first guitar that I actually started playing was a Epiphone Les Paul Special 2. It came with like a starter kit. That guitar was fine. And then once my mom realized that I was going to actually really get into guitar, she bought me a Gibson Les Paul LPJ. The ones from like 2014 that had the 120th anniversary on the 12th fret inlay. That thing was good. It looked fucking cool as hell. But then once I got more familiar with gear and guitars and just how everything works and like what would better suit me, I went to Guitar Center one day and I played this. And that Gibson had a bit of a chunky neck. This just has a little C shape, which is my favorite. It's very fast. So I actually traded that guitar in for this, which this is a Schecter C1 Platinum. The model names for those fucking Harley Bentons, it don't matter. And this thing, it was like my I guess give me a second. I don't know. This guitar means a lot to me. It looks cool as fuck. It has EMGs in it, so fucking playing heavy shit sounds great. The only thing is, I don't know why, but even the 7-string I had was a Schecter. It has weird issues. Like sometimes the fucking input jack is like all fucky. I have to like adjust it. Also, all the screws have just rusted. I don't know why. They just all rusted. They're all, even the ones up here, they're all rusty. They work. They're just rusty. It looks bad, but whatever. This one, I originally had this as my drop C guitar, but now that I have my 2 new guitars, this is actually going to be my low guitar, but not as low as the baritone. Anyway, for this, I have a 13 to 68 set. So this will be for all the 7-string stuff. So this will be for if I try to play Korn, if I also try to play some older Deftones. I don't know, Slipknot, fucking some other hardcore bands I listen to, like 156 Silence. Fucking what other bands tune low? Suicide Silence, stuff like that. So this will mainly probably stay in drop A, but this will cover anything from drop B for like Parkway Drive stuff, anything to like drop G sharp maybe, for like Knocked Loose and stuff like that. So yeah, basically anything played with the 7-string, or if I just want to tune the drop A. That's what this guitar is now for. Yeah, it looks cool as fuck. I love this guitar. Love this guitar. Yeah. Now for the 2 new ones that I just got the other day. Both of them are solar guitars, which is a brand of a YouTuber named Ola England. He came out with this brand about 6 years ago now, which I've looked at them. I remember when they first came out and I thought they looked sick, but that was 6 years ago and I didn't really make any money then. But then recently they came out with a 2-for-1 sale. For their 6th anniversary, which in the guitar world is like fucking unheard of, to buy a guitar and get another one free. So basically it was buy one of their nicer guitars, their more expensive guitars, and get one of their cheaper guitars for free. This was the free guitar, which actually was the wrong guitar. I did not order this. The one I ordered was all black and didn't have the Evertune system on it. It was the same like model. It just, again, it was all black. It didn't have this nice flame maple veneer, and it didn't have an Evertune. It had like a hip shot style bridge. But then I opened it. I got this, and I was mad for like a split second. I'm like, wait a minute. They basically sent me a more expensive guitar, so I like couldn't really be upset. So yeah. Plus, I mean, this thing just looks fucking just amazing, I think. So yeah, this guitar is now going to be my E flat guitar / drop C sharp. So if I'm playing any like post grunge, like Seether or fucking Alice in Chains use those tunings a lot. Nirvana, or if I'm playing like System of a Down, when they're not using drop C, they sometimes use drop C sharp. I say drop C sharp is one of my favorite tunings. I like just that in between drop D and drop C. It hits a sweet spot for me that is just beautiful. So this guitar plays great. The Evertune system was a little complicated at first, but once you get used to it, it's not that bad. But yeah, this will just stay in E flat / drop C sharp. I will never go anywhere else, at least for right now. But yeah, it just has standard tuners. Again, these are just normal Solar, their name brand pickups. They sound pretty good. They sound fine. They're passive. No complaints, really. So yeah, this thing's fucking sweet. Oh, the string gauge. So I said E flat. This is a 10.5 to 52. Next time I order strings, I might put a 54 instead of a 52, just to get a little bit more tension when I'm drop tuning. Other than that, works great. And then for the last one, which I think this thing is going to be my new baby. Now that is also like my most expensive guitar that I have. Also, because I don't care. So the Schecter, this thing, I think it was like $500 new. When I technically got it used. They MSRP around they street price for like $500-$600 when I got it. Now they're around like $800 and something. Which is a good guitar for the money, besides the fucking weird rusting issues. Shit. I'm not. Hold on. Okay. And this guitar costs $900. This is a $900 guitar. That's just what it sells for on their website. And I got it for free. $900 for free? I mean, come on now. That's crazy. Crazy. This is a long-ass video. Anyway, so this is my new baby. The Schecter treated me nice, but now I think that this is going to be definitely my new favorite guitar. So this was a guitar I actually paid for. This was $1,400, $1,500 after like tax and shipping, because the shipping to ship two guitars from their warehouse in Spain was like $100 fucking dollars, but that's fine. Obviously this is like a telly shape, and I was originally thinking about getting this in just black, but then I saw the contrast of this natural they had, and I think the contrast from the natural wood to the all black hardware just looks fucking sick. But this thing has everything. It has locking tuners, it has the Evertune, it has the Fishman Fluence modern pickups, which sound, I mean, absolutely fucking out of this world. Just the clarity and the, like, they're not noisy. Like, the EMGs are a little noisy, like, they're a little hard to tame sometimes. This thing, it just has that perfect amount of punch without it being too overbearing to the point where I, like, can't control it unless I'm, like, putting a fat noise gate in front of it. But yeah, this thing sounds amazing. It has the push-pull for different voicings, which is cool as fuck. Haven't really messed around too much with it yet. But yeah, fucking 3-way toggle thing, whatever. Or no, this is a 5-way actually. No, it's a 3-way. I'm retarded. But yeah, this thing I think just looks cool as hell. It has stainless steel frets. It feels like you're playing on glass. I mean, it's just, I love this thing. I'm so glad I went with this. I think it looks unique. You know, you don't really see guitars that look like this. It just looks cool. So for this, I have it in drop C, which is what'll mainly stay in drop C / D standard. So that's like Gojira, that's all the metalcore stuff, like As I Lay Dying, Killswitch Engage, fucking anything like that. This I currently have 12 to 60, which is just kind of the strings I had laying around. I originally had these strings on the Schecter, and that would go from drop C to like drop B and sometimes drop A. So for just drop C, these are a little much. I'd probably go like, next time I buy strings and I need to buy strings, I'll probably do like an 11 to 56 for this. Because my issue is I play very aggressively, and if I didn't have really high tension strings, I would literally hit the strings out of tune. So it sounded a little wonky at times. But with this Evertune system, I can make it in such a way where it kind of turns off bending, if you will. So basically, long story short, it would make it so I could hit the fucking strings as hard as I possibly could, and they will not go out of tune at all. So because of that, I could probably use lighter gauge strings and not have to worry about it. So yeah, next time I buy strings, I'm probably going to change to the string gauge just a tad bit lighter on this. The string gauges for everything else I think I'm pretty happy with. I think that's it. But yeah, I love this thing. This I can't stop looking at this. This thing just looks fucking Sick as hell. And both these solar guitars have really thin necks. I mean, these are just like so fast to play, really smooth necks too. I don't feel like my hands like fucking grabbing anything. Um, it's great. This thing's awesome. Anyway, that's that. The only last thing is if anyone's curious what picks I use, this is also something I've messed around with a lot, and I'm still not sure if I'm in the place I want to be as far as picks. So for a long time, I'd use the purple Tortex. Right? Is that what that is? Yeah, Tortex. But these are 1.14 millimeters. Um, again, I use thicker picks because I just play aggressively, and I feel like it just helps me pick through the thing better. But when I was ordering some String Droid strings, I noticed they had picks, and I hear a lot of metal guys using the Jazz 3 style picks, which these are just like a standard shape pick. And I've tried Jazz 3s, and they're too fucking small. I hate how small they are. I couldn't. I liked how pointy it was, but I like couldn't keep it in my hand. But then I saw String Droid makes jumbo size Jazz 3 picks. That's what this is. This is the blacks. I think these are, I want to say 1.5 millimeters. I'm not entirely sure. Unlike the Tortex, it doesn't say it on it. They're thicker than those purple ones though. I think they're 1.5. Don't quote me. So far, I really like these. They play great. The shape is nice. There's a lot of surface area, and it's still pointy as fuck. So yeah, I'll probably stay with these picks for the future. And yeah, that's all I got. Fucking good night.